Hey everyone, Jessica here with another layout for Spiegelmom Scraps design team. You can use my code Jessica15 in the shop to save 15%. And I am pairing this up with Scrap Timber Challenge today, which is to use torn edges on your layout. And I'm pulling out some of these Shimmerz, Inklingz, and paints here in some various colors. And I am just going to use a brayer to apply my mixed media. So I'm using Vicki Boutin's foundation paper, so it'll hold up really nicely to the weight of the liquids on it. And what I'm doing here is I have just applied a little bit to some packaging, and then I just kind of dumped it onto my layout and then swished it around with my brayer tool. So I really love this effect, and I love how it turns out and how these colors just blend together flawlessly with that. And then I'm just kind of flicking on the excess that was left on the brayer onto my layout and using my paintbrush here. And then this is the last color. I'm not even bothering to clean this off in between my colors because I'm blending them all together anyways. So I'm just using that brayer tool just to swish it around instead of a paintbrush. And I really, really like this. So this is definitely something that I'll use again in the future. And then I'm just using that paintbrush just to flick on some splatters. So I'm going to dry this layer with my heat gun here. And then I'm going to go back in and add a whole bunch more splatters. And you can see that one that wasn't quite dry got away from me and it went off the right. But I really like the way that looks, so I'm going to leave it alone and not worry about it. And then I'm just going to add more splatters on top in all of these colors just to kind of break up that solid mixed media shape. So I'm just adding a little bit more dimension here with these splatters, and I'm just adding all the colors. So I'm going to clean up my area a little bit and close up these pots. Those were, I think, some of the Shimmerz paints, and I think they were the Creameez and Inklingz, if I remember right, but I'll list them below for you so that you know the color names of them in case you want to grab those. Originally, I was going to pull this photo and I was going to mat it with some white cardstock here that came in a Close to My Heart kit, but I decided I really want to make this into a tag shape, so I pulled out my Elle Studio tags, ran that through my Big Shot machine, and I cut it out into one of those little tag shapes. And then I'm going to cut a couple in these other pattern papers from the Close to My Heart Are We There Yet collection. And I am just cutting a couple of these papers down to cut a couple additional tags. And I really wanted a border on my page, so I'm going to add that here in a moment, but I wasn't quite sure which paper I wanted to use for that. So I just kind of have that one laying underneath for now while I distress these edges of the tags. And I'm going to cut some of this twine to actually put through my tags here in a minute. And I hope you enjoyed the tractor sounds that my son was making in the background just now. So enjoy. It's free with the video. There's usually kids around whenever I'm trying to scrap or when I'm trying to do the voiceovers or something. I usually have at least one with me at all times. So yeah, you always get a little bonus in my videos, so that's fun. So I'm just finishing off these little tags. I cut these little decorative pieces. That's from the Elle Studio tag set, and I'm just threading all that twine through to finish those off, and then I'm just going to kind of stick them all together just to build those layers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and pop those down. I know I want them to go about right there on my page. I wasn't using a sketch or anything for this. This is just me and just kind of placing things down wherever I see fit. And I'm pulling out the sticker sheet by Close to My Heart. This is from that same Are We There Yet collection. This is where I am pulling in my torn edges for the challenge for Scrap Timber. This is something I love to do on my layouts. I love to just kind of tear the edges off and pop some pattern paper in behind it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to distress all of these edges with my edge distresser all along here just to create a nice torn effect and just kind of rough it up a bit. And then again, I'm just going to tuck some of that cute pattern paper from this collection in behind it. And I had some little bits on there from distressing the edges, so I had to pull them off. So I'm just cutting these little strips down to place in behind here. I'm just using my tape runner to adhere them. It's like a fun map design on this pattern paper, but I thought it was really pretty and it went with my layout really well. So I love the color of it, and I wanted to pull in some more of that kind of greenish blue. So it just went perfectly with all that mixed media on there. And I almost hate to cover all of that up because it just looks so pretty on there, but I am going to cover a lot of it up, but it's okay because you're still going to see pops of it in between my embellishments and out around my photos, so that's my main goal here. Just finishing distressing the edges of that as well. I'm going to actually use that craft paper behind it to add my border to the whole page. So I'm just sticking that down real quick to finish that part off. And then I'm just going to pop my photos back down on here with my little tag up top. And I'm just going to continue building this. So I'm going to add a whole bunch of stickers from the sticker sheet. I'm going to add lots of embellishments. Some are from 49 and Market, and some are from Vicki Boutin's Let's Wander collection, which is a older one at this point now, but I still have a couple of those sticker sheets in my stash, so I'm going to throw on a whole bunch of those stickers too that say things about like eating and just some fun little bits. So this photo is actually a picture of my son enjoying a Miller's hoagie, which is big around here where I live, and my mom, that's her in the photo as well with my son. My mom absolutely loves them. It's like her favorite thing to eat. So this was his first one that he had ever enjoyed, and he like literally just started eating solid foods. So it was just hilarious because he literally just was taking big chunky bites out of this hoagie. And I mean, normally when they're babies like this, you rip their food apart into little chunks so that they don't choke or anything, but he had absolutely no problem mowing this hoagie down, and he absolutely loved it. So it was just such a fun little trip for us, and just a really fun memory to document. And of course, it's with my mom, so that's his Grammy, and he absolutely loves his Mimi, so that just makes it all the better. But I guess that started his love for hoagies. But yeah, just popping my title down here using some Pinkfresh Studio Alphas. You see I popped some 49 and Market chipboards on there, and some of the stickers are on there. Just going to continue building this, popping the rest of these alphas on here, and I'm going to do a bit of stamping with a whole bunch of stamps from my stash, and then I will add some sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps. You can see them laying there at the top of my frame. This is going to be the In the Navy mix, and I think it's due for a restock because I think it's actually sold out at the moment, but hopefully she'll be restocking that one so that you can grab it from the shop in case you want that one. So yeah, I'll just pop some music in here. I'm just going to continue embellishing this, and I'm going to do a bunch of stamping. And if you have any questions for me, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. And I will be back at the end of this video to show you the finished layout. here's the finished layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this process today, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to grab any of the sequins from the shop, again, the code is Jessica15. I'll link it below, and if you want to participate in Scraptember, I will link that below for you as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.